Hi everyone, and thanks so much for joining me today. I'm going to give you a flip through of this completed Traveller's Notebook, and this is actually the first Traveller's Notebook that I've completed. I started it in about October last year when Gina sent me a couple of Traveller's Notebook inserts from Felicity Jane, and I thought, hey, why not give it a try? And I've absolutely fallen in love with documenting in my Traveller's Notebooks. So this first one that I started, I've been documenting all of the little things that my youngest daughter and I do together during the week. So just all the little things that might otherwise be forgotten. And then I guess they're not always photos that I would necessarily document on a 12 by 12 layout, but I don't want to forget the memories, and I love having all of these here in one little notebook that I can just flip through. I hope that she'll enjoy looking through this in the years to come, and it's just full of sweet little memories with her. So I'll get started. So as I said, it's a Felicity Jane insert that I'm using, and before I started working in here, I did decorate the front of the notebook, and I would probably not do that again before starting work in the Traveller's Notebook. I would probably do it after I finish the Traveller's Notebook because it has got a bit tattered while I've been working on it, and these pom-poms aren't as nice and white as they were when I started, but that's okay. That's just something that I've learnt after completing this one, that I would probably wait until after I've finished working in it to then decorate the cover. But yes, so a lot of what I use in this notebook is from Felicity Jane. I just love using the Felicity Jane products, and they just seem to work beautifully in my Traveller's Notebook, but there are a few other pages thrown in there as well with other products, so I'll show you that as I go. Okay, so this was my first page that I ever created in a Traveller's Notebook, and I was really happy with how this turned out. I used the I think it was the September Felicity kit to create this page, and I pulled out just some of the pink and mint things from the kit, and I've added some acetate pieces which were really cute. And I'm going to, in my notebooks, and I have been, using my own handwriting. I often on my scrapbook layouts will type up my journaling and print it out, but I felt like I wanted to, in my notebooks, just use handwritten journaling. I think I mean, I'm going to be flexible with that. If I want to change that, that's fine. But for the moment, I think I just like that it just adds a hand touch to it. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So you'll notice that I've just used handwritten journaling throughout this insert. And so I did, when I first started, use flare buttons on my pages because I really do like lots of dimension. But I did find as I was working through this notebook, it got really bulky. I'll show you. It got quite difficult to work in towards the end. And so, I mean, I don't mind things like chipboard and that sort of thing, even though they are a little bit bulkier. But I just found that the flare buttons tended to warp the pages just a little bit. So I did use a few throughout here, but towards the end I did stop using them just because I just found them just a little bit too bulky. So yeah, that's that page. So this page I created for the cut shop. So I've used a few cut files from the cut shop on this page, and I've also used the Paige Evans Take Me Away collection. I just really liked the pretty colours. Yeah, so this just documents a day when my daughter Eleanor and I met my sister and nephew down at the beach, and we just took a selfie, and so I thought, hey, I'm going to document that. So that's that page. This one is actually using the same kit as I used here. So that's the Felicity kit from September last year. But this time I pulled out the coral colors and the black because I wanted a bit more of a subdued color scheme on this page, because I was documenting when my little girl was sick and she was just wanting lots of snuggles, and she doesn't often sleep on my shoulder like that. So, you know, I just really liked that photo. And, you know, I want to document not always just the happy memories. I kind of just want to document the everyday things, and sometimes that includes when she's sick. And so I thought I'm still going to document those photos as well. So I really love this coral color. And yeah, I kept it pretty simple. I did add a flare button again to this page. I tucked a tag behind the photo and an acetate piece as well. And I really like this little cluster here. I think that's really pretty. And then this branding strip sort of just ties the two pages together. Okay. So this page I used the October Emmeline kit from Felicity Jane, and I really loved the bright and vibrant colours in this collection. It was just a really happy colour scheme, which I really loved, and the colours matched perfectly with this photo of my daughter standing outside her cubby house, and I just felt like it just had a really happy vibe to it. And so I've documented this photo, and just my journaling says about how she loves being outside. She loves playing in her cubby house and on her slide, and most mornings if the sun's out, we'll go outside and enjoy our morning tea outside together. So that was just a little memory that I wanted to document on that page, and all these bits and pieces were just so perfect. I love that banner, and these cute little puffy stickers are so cute. And this time I had the strips once again going across the two pages, which I thought sort of tied them together. So I was still sort of at this stage just figuring out, you know, what I liked to do in my notebook, and I was just trying out some different styles, and I quite liked that, so that was fun. Okay, so this page I used the November Oh Dear kit from Felicity Jane. So you can see I am using lots of Felicity Jane products in here. And oh, I love this colour scheme. The mint with that coral is so pretty, and these florals that I fussy cut, I love that too. And once again, just a bit of a different design. I added like a corner to the opposite corners, and I really like that. And this photo I absolutely love. This is my nephew Charlie with my daughter Eleanor, and we met them at the shops that day, and they wanted to get out of their prams and walk together, so they were holding hands, and they just reminded me of like a little old couple. They were just walking along chatting, and then Eleanor's pointing to something over there. It must have been a dress or something that she liked, and Charlie's looking at it, and I just, oh, it's just so cute. So I had to document that. And I love these wood veneer hearts that were in that kit. They're so cute, and I have used another flare button there, but I think that may have been the last time. Yeah, I think that was the last one I used. And these sequins were so pretty too. Oh, I love this page. I think I just really loved this kit. It was the January Sophie kit from Felicity Jane again, and I love this colour scheme, the pink with the navy and the aqua. It's so pretty, and I love this floral paper. And I did create a few layouts where I fussy cut these out, but I really wanted to use it as a full sheet in my traveler's notebook because I think that's so pretty. And these wood veneer pieces, I really loved them as well. They're so cute. And the rubber charms, I really loved this kit, and I've still been creating with it. Even recently I pulled it out again to use because I haven't used it all up, so it's definitely one of my favorites. And this photo was just when my daughter and I were sitting out in front of the house waiting for my older two kids to get home from school. They catch the bus home in the afternoon, so we often go and sit on the grass out the front and wait for them to get home, and she loves doing that. So we just took a selfie so that I could document that. Okay, so this page I used the, I think it was the February London kit from Felicity Jane again. And this photo my daughter was drawing. She loves to draw and colour in, and we do lots of that during the week, so I had to document that. And she told me that she was writing her name, and her name is Eleanor, but she gets called Ella. And so she told me that she was writing Ella Jacqueline, which is Jacqueline's her middle name, but it sounded more like she said Ella Duckling, and it was so cute. So of course I had to document that in there. And I love this kit. It was perfect for this photo. The colours in it with the yellow and the aqua really matched perfectly with the photo. And I really love these chipboard pieces. So I used quite a bit of chipboard on this page, that there and at the frame behind here. I really loved those chipboard pieces in that kit. It was really cool. And I love this yellow as well. And I did add a bit of stamping to this page as well. Okay, so I've used the same kit again to create this page. And this one's about my daughter loving to play with Play-Doh. And that we usually pull the Play-Doh out probably at least once a day, and she's now starting to recognize all the colors. So that was just something that I wanted to document again. And I absolutely love these chipboard alphabet stickers that were in that kit. They're so pretty, and these colors are just so gorgeous. I love it. So that's that one. And I did start to, in the middle of the book, the pages sort of started pulling away from the staples, just because it was just getting really bulky towards the end. So I just added some washi tape down the spine on the middle pages, just to reinforce that in the middle there. Okay, so this one was using the Felicity Jane kit from March. And I loved these roses in this kit. They were so pretty. And this cute little bird. And I kept this page quite simple for something different. Just created a little cluster down here in the left-hand corner. And I love that. That's really cool. I added some foam tape behind that little words sticker, just to lift it up and give it a bit of dimension. And the same behind that bird. And this page is about how I love looking down and seeing her little hand in mine. And I know that this stage, sometimes it feels like it's, you know, the days feel like they go on forever, I guess. And then, you know, I look back and I can't believe that she'll be 3 in a couple of months. And I don't want her to grow up too quickly. So I'm just trying to enjoy those little things, like just looking down and seeing her look up at me and holding my hand. And I just don't ever want to forget that. So I had to definitely scrapbook that. And I've used another stamp. I think that actually may have been from the Sophie kit, that stamp. I love that the Felicity Jane kits come with stamps. There's always such cute little phrases, and I've never been a huge stamper until I started getting the Felicity Jane kits, and now I love stamping all the time. I don't use, you know, I mainly use the little phrases and that sort of thing, things like this. I love adding to my pages. Okay, so this one I created for the Cut Shop again, and this was using a printable collection called Fresh Air. So I actually printed these papers and embellishments out, and I did add a couple of things that weren't like to embellish the page. So I think this was a crepe paper sticker, and that was from the Maggie Holmes Bloom collection. So this page just documents one of the things that we like to do together during the week is go and have a picnic at a local reserve that we have near our house. And this particular morning the sun was shining and it was such a beautiful morning, and it's such a nice way to start the day. We sometimes take breakfast up there, and It's just nice to just get fresh air and be out in nature. Yeah, so that's just something that we like to do together during the week. So that's that page. And this one is using the April Caroline kit from Felicity Jane, and this is one of my favorite pages too, I think. On this page, for something different, before I stuck it into my notebook, I added some stitching around the edge of the page, and I really like that. I like the texture that adds. And then this chipboard piece was perfect, and then I used these little alphabet stickers from Felicity Jane to write sweet, so it says sweet dreams. And poor little darling was sick again here, so once again she's wanting lots of cuddles, and even though it's horrible when she's sick, I do make the most of it in terms of getting lots of cuddles, and she falls asleep on my shoulder, and it's just so sweet. So yeah, so I've used the Caroline kit for that, and I love these cute little florals, and the rubber charms in this collection were really cute as well. And you can see how I did come back and add some washi tape down there. I didn't originally have that on there, but it just really needed it to reinforce that spine there. Okay, so this is actually using the same kit again, and you can see how just by pulling out different pattern papers from the kit, you can get such a different look. So this one was really soft and pretty, and then this one's quite fun and vibrant, and yeah, so I just thought that's really cool that, you know, there's something for everyone in the kits. I think, like, you can pull, you know, the bright colors out or the pastel colors out, whatever you prefer. So this one was all about, well, she loves going outside, as I said before, jumping on the trampoline or playing in her cubby house. And it had been raining for what seemed like weeks back in March. And so one day when I mean, it wasn't exactly sunny, but the sun was sort of peeking through the clouds, and so she was like out there straight away, and she was so happy to be able to have a jump on her trampoline and get outside and have a play. So I had to document that. And yeah, I just really like this paper. I wasn't, I guess, originally drawn to it, but I came back to it and really liked it with the triangles, and it's just really fun and bright and vibrant, and I really like that. And I used one more of the rubber charms on this page as the title. And these cute little puffy stickers, I really liked them too. And then again, I've used the same kit, so you can see the different looks you can get from just the one kit. So this page, and this page were all created with the same kit. So that was the Caroline kit. So this time I've pulled out the aqua, and I guess that's sort of like a mustard colour. And I've documented these photos of when, just a fun morning that my daughter and I had together. I took her out to the shops, and we went to the library, and then we enjoyed a drink together at Sanchuro's. And she had to play on the playground, so it was just a fun morning. And I just really like these photos of her enjoying her baby Chino, which was really cute. I love this die cut piece, the banner. That was really cute. So I think it was starting from this kit, we started getting the die cuts already cut out as die cuts, I guess, rather than being on the sticker sheet, which we used to have to cut out. So that was one of those there, and that little tab there. And I've used a couple more of the rubber charms on that page. Okay, so this page I used the May Willow kit, once again from Felicity Jane, and this time I thought I would try out a sort of like a film strip look for my photos, so that I could get 3 photos onto the one page, and it was perfect for this because it captured her going down the slide. So this particular day, once again, we met my sister and my nephew at the shops, and the kids were just having a play on the playground. So I love those photos of her on the slide. And again, I added stitching onto this page, so I just did some machine stitching around that journal card, and I really quite like using those journal cards as, I guess, a title or something to journal on. I used one here to journal on, another one there to journal on. I like using those. I don't do Project Life or Pocket Page scrapbooking, but I do like to use those cards in my traveler's notebook, and I do sometimes incorporate them onto my scrapbook layouts as well. So even if you don't do Project Life, you can definitely still use those journal cards. And then I added my date stamp to the bottom there. And I also added some stamping along the edge of that page, which I quite like. That sort of added a nice border to the page. And I loved the florals that were in this kit. They were so pretty. And I love that, you know, that whole page with the florals. It looks really pretty. Okay, so this page, again, I did for the Cut Shop. So that's a cut file from the Cut Shop. And I used the Chamel Little by Little collection. I think the papers were all from that collection, and then the embellishments were from the Cocoa Vanilla Wild at Heart collection. So those two collections, I think, just went together really nicely. So I liked how that looked. I loved these little butterflies tucked in around the cut file. And this one's just about my daughter loving to go for a ride on her trike, and she always asks me after we drop the older two kids at the bus stop in the morning, she'll often ask me to take her for a little ride on her trike, and she's not quite up to pedaling yet, so it's got a detachable handle on the back of it, so I push her along, and she loves that. And she always brings her little bunny and puts the bunny in the cup holder, which I think is so cute. Okie doke. And then is that the last? Yep. So then this is the last page, and I've just recently created this one, and this is using the August Zoe kit from Felicity Jane, and this is a bit of a birthday themed kit, but there's definitely still a lot in there that you can use on non-themed pages. So this isn't about, you know, a birthday or anything, and I absolutely love this patterned paper. The stripes and the colours is so pretty, and then I love this one as well with the sort of the scallops or the loops or whatever you want to call them. And so I thought on this one I would add that across the two pages, and then I added some machine stitching before I stuck it down across those two pages, which I really like. And I'm just documenting a photo of my daughter when I took her out to San Churros for a special treat, and instead of she didn't want to eat the little pot of chocolate that I bought her. Instead, she wanted to eat the banana that I packed into her bag. So I just think, you know, sometimes kids are unpredictable. You think, you know, you're giving them a treat by buying them chocolate, but she wasn't interested in that on that particular day. But that's totally fine. But I thought, you know, that's something cute to document. And I love these acetate pieces that are in this kit. And I just attached that using some staples, using my tiny attacher. And I absolutely love the sequin die cuts in this kit. I think they're so cute. As you can see, it was really hard when I got towards the end to work in my notebook, because it's just, you know, quite bulky and bulging there. So I did actually create these pages outside of my notebook. I just used some white printer paper and then stuck them in there because it was just too hard to work in there. So that's a bit of a tip when you get towards the end. Sometimes it's easier to actually work outside the notebook and then stick the pages in when you're finished. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed having a look through my notebook. If you've got any questions or comments or feedback, leave a comment below for me and I would love to get back to you. And I will see you soon. So see you later. Bye.